What's up, y'all? So, today I'm back, and this is the third part of the series where we're talking about the spirit of gluttony. This may be the last one, I'm not sure. The Most High might give me more, but this is number three. And today we're going to be talking about how gluttony keeps you in lack. So, here's the thing about how gluttony keeps you in lack. So, overall, in order for you to have abundance in your life, it has a lot to do with number one, your connection and your relationship with Yahuah, and number two, your character development. So there are rules, there are laws that the Most High has set forth in His creation. And one of the laws that he has in his creation is that elevation comes with responsibility. You can only elevate as far as you are willing to operate under his order. And that order includes like being loving, operating in integrity, being diligent. These are the things that you need to do to have abundance. Now, you see people in the world all the time that have a lot of things, and they might be rich, they may be wealthy, but not everybody is actually successful, because success is not just about the material things that you have. Success is actually about the character development coupled with the material things. Really and truly, it's about how the character development led to those material things. So we don't want to just chase after money and houses and cars and clothing. We don't want to chase after those things. What we want to do is chase after the ways of the Most High Yah. And let me insert this. Let me insert this in case anybody ever comes across this who is not a believer. You don't even have to really know who Yah is to benefit from his blessings. As long as you are working his system correctly, you can still benefit from it. Now, I'm not saying that you don't need to have a relationship with him. I'm just letting you know this because it's important to understand that there are people in the world who have achieved certain things by using his principles, and they may not even know anything about the Most High, and it may not credit him. So that's important to know, because just because you don't know him or you don't want to give him credit doesn't mean that he's not the reason behind it. He actually is. Now, I want to dive right on in and start talking about all these ways that the spirit of gluttony can keep you in lack. Number one, the spirit of gluttony impedes production. So the thing about energy is that energy is spiritual, and you only get a certain amount of energy per season. The Most High will release energy to you. You're able to access energy at certain times in your life. So that's why we need to be on an energy budget, because when we have energy, we need to do what we're able to do while we're able to do it. For example, if you're a young person, that's a good time to establish your wealth. We don't want to wait until we're old and slower and not as sharp and unable to be diligent and to pull an all-nighter and all that. We don't want to wait until that time to start building wealth. We want to do it while we're young and we have the vigor in us. So we need to be on an energy budget. You need to use your energy wisely in the season that you're in. So the spirit of gluttony, it will rob you of your energy. It's going to impede production because you're using your energy to digest too much food. Digestion takes a tremendous amount of energy. A tremendous amount of energy. It's one of the largest in the energy draws that there is. That is why when you're sick, you lose your appetite. That's why even when you are going through a tremendous emotional spike, maybe you just found out some devastating news, your appetite will leave you, because right now your body is trying to deal with this thing right here that's really, really big. So digestion takes a tremendous amount of energy from your body. So if you're always digesting food, eating too much, eating too much food, eating too often. Okay. So we got several problems here. We're eating around the clock, meaning we don't really have real boundaries about what time we should eat. We eat as early as we want. We eat at any time that we want. We eat at different times per day. We'll eat late at night. We'll eat in the middle of the night. Some people are even waking up in the middle of the night eating, but there's no bounds about when to eat. So because you have food in your digestive system all the time, your body is constantly trying to break it down, and it's burning a tremendous amount of energy. Okay. And it's burning this energy at different times. It's almost like your body doesn't know when to be prepared for it. It can just it's like somebody suddenly asking you, hey, can you take me, one of your kids, hey, can you take me to the store after you didn't got in the bed and you nice and cozy and you didn't took off your shoes and you in for the night, and then somebody come and ask you to do something that is going to be a tremendous energy draw on you, and you like, dang, like why you ain't say that earlier? It's not so much that you couldn't have done it at all. It's just that, man, if I would have known when you wanted this, maybe I could have conserved my energy. Okay. Maybe I could have budgeted my energy differently. But we're throwing our bodies in confusion because we eating all the time. Your body's supposed to be asleep and you up making a steak. That's what I did. Okay. Right before I learned about how you should not be eating in the middle of the night, which I didn't do all the time. But there once was a time where it was 2 in the morning and my husband and I were up, and I turned to him. I was like, hey, you want a steak? Okay. And I went and I made a ribeye with fries at 2 in the morning. That's crazy to me now. So your body can't even predict or figure out how to budget the energy because you're eating around the clock. All this energy draw is impeding your production, where maybe you could have been working on your business idea. Maybe you could have gotten rid of your writer's block. A pathway would have been opened up where you had something to write about, where you had more ideas for your book, or you had another idea for your next social media post, or maybe you had another recipe idea, whatever it is that could have been in your mind that you could have been working on. Now you can't because you over there trying to break down a donut and some ice cream that you ate at 11 o'clock. All right. Number two, spirit of gluttony. Gluttony slows your drive to achieve. Now, we all naturally have a drive in us to achieve something. We know that we're here for something. So it's in us to do something, get something done. We have purpose. Yahuah has put that in us. And sometimes we're not clear on what we're supposed to do. Sometimes, we have difficulties with figuring out, what am I even supposed to do? So what do? We fill that void and we occupy ourselves with other things that will get us a dopamine hit. See, that dopamine hit is for a reason. We need a dopamine release to help us to feel fulfilled, to help us to feel good on the inside. But the problem is that we're getting a dopamine release from things that will end in destruction. So we want to get our dopamine release from something that is constructive. So sugar is something that is destructive. Yes, you get a dopamine hit, you give a little kid some Skittles and they're going to start bouncing up and down like this, right? Or if you give somebody a chicken nugget, you happy. Man, this is so good. This is so good. This is so good, right? But it's damaging your health. It is damaging your health eventually. So we don't want our dopamine hits to come from something that is not good for us, like fornication, like sexual perversion, like doing drugs, watching things that are filthy, playing video games all the time. Okay, I ain't just say period, but I'm just saying all the time. Now, the dopamine thing, you're getting a dopamine release from food. That's probably one of the main places where we're getting dopamine releases. You eat something that you really like, you feel good. You get a good feeling over you. What do? You be hangry, you mad, you got an attitude because you hadn't eaten, and then you eat something and you feel good. You got yourself a little release. Well, gluttony, eating food, is giving you eating too much food. Eating too much food, and not just to fuel the body, but you're using the food for dopamine release. You bored, so you order something, right? You bored, so you go in the kitchen and eat something. That dopamine release that you're getting could be going to your purpose. So now that you already got that hit, you ain't thinking about you. It slows your drive to do something productive, something that moves the needle in your life. It's like eating a snack before dinner, right? You cook a dinner and your child is like, hey, can I get some chips, or can I have this, or can you, like, no, because you're about to eat. I'm really, really hungry. I'm really, really hungry. I know you're really, really hungry. But if I give you this one small thing, it's not even, here's the thing, the small thing is not even enough for you. You say you want some chips before dinner, those chips are not even going to fuel your body. But if I give you the chips, it's going to ruin your appetite and you're not really going to want the dinner. Even if you do eat it, you kind of just going to mess over it. So I'd rather you stay hungry right now. And then when I give you this dinner, you're going to really appreciate it. And I think you're going to eat all of it and it's going to be more beneficial to your body. This is the same thing when it comes to getting a dopamine release from something that is not really moving the needle in your life. So you're going to eat, you're going to use food as a way to make you feel good. And then guess what? Maybe you would just get ready to write. You would get ready to write something in your book. You would get ready to work on your business. You would get ready to shoot another funny video. And now you like, I don't really feel like it. I'll do it tomorrow. Why? Because you don't really need the excitement anymore. You've already been satisfied for the night. So you're going to put it off. You see what I'm saying? All right. I'm gonna tell you one thing that I really love. One of my favorite dopamine releases is I make a list every day and I put on there every single thing that I want to do. Okay, I don't care how small or how big. It could be like go to the store, get some Ziploc bags. It could be like take down so and so's hair. Wash this load of clothes. Make another video. Write a format for this video. I put everything down. Okay. I also even write down prayer, reading of the word, meditation, everything that I know I need to do, I write those things on the list. It might be 15, 20 things on the list. And I challenge myself to see, all right, I'm gonna put all this stuff on the list. I don't know if I can get it done, but I'm gonna put it on there anyway. And then all throughout the day, I get so excited because every time I do the thing, I go on my notes and I go and I click it and I feel so good. I feel so good because I challenged myself to do something and I did it. And that is a dopamine release. Okay. Number 3, soothing emotions that force growth and change. There are emotions that we frequently have difficulty processing, like depression and anxiety and grief and frustration and anger. You may have a difficult time with these emotions, but we'll use food to soothe the emotion. Okay. So I remember the first time I caught myself using food to soothe an emotion. One of my children did something that like made me mad, and I fussed at them, and then I walked away, and I went straight to the kitchen, and I went in the cabinet and got a piece of dark chocolate and ate it with my eyebrow all down, like chewing all hard. And in that moment, it was like the Most High illuminated that moment. It was like, look at you. I was like, wow, I really just ate that because I was stressed or frustrated or angry. That is literally the motivation behind it. That was the first time that I made a connection between my eating habits and my emotions. We do that so much. We do it all the time. Almost everybody does it. And you have to start paying attention to yourself to start realizing when you're doing it. Okay. So, um, when you try to soothe those emotions, what you're doing is you're stopping yourself from processing them. So maybe the emotion comes up, and dealing with the emotion would have caused you to grow. It would cause you to change, but it's really hard to step over. It's really hard to get over an offense. It's really hard to forgive somebody. So instead of forgiving them, you just stuff it back down. And when you be like, man, I'm just about to eat these hot Cheetos. I'm just about to go get me a shawarma. I'm just about to get me a burger. I'm just about to give me some loaded fries. And they don't have to think about this right now because I can't deal with this right now. There are people who have been abused. Some of you have been abused as a child and you've been stuffing stuff down for 15, 20, 30 years. But guess what? Those emotions coming up that are so difficult and so painful to process is what's leading to your growth and change. So the very elevation that you're looking for and you're wondering, yeah, why isn't it happening? What's going on? I did everything I was supposed to do. How come it's because you are still pushing everything down. Those things that happened to you were meant to make you grow. That terrible tragedy that harmed you, it was forcing you to become the person that you're supposed to be. The tremendous and devastating betrayal that you experience is what's going to spark your elevation, is what's going to be your ladder to elevation. But you're still pushing it down when it's supposed to come up and you're supposed to deal with that thing and you're doing it with food. So This is how you will stop yourself from elevating, because you're using food to soothe the emotions rather than letting the emotions come up and you actually grow and you actually deal with them and process and get perspective. It's not until you start processing emotions and offenses and hurts and pains and all kinds of occurrences that happen in your life that devastated you. It's not until then that you get some perspective. When you start really processing it, you're like, that's crazy. Like, I didn't even know that. And that's where the growth comes in. That's what makes you eligible for kingdom assignments and kingdom abundance. Number 4, gluttony robs you of focus. Number 1, you focusing on food. All right. Every time somebody turn around, you talking about food. You talking about that new thing. You over there at work, can't wait to get off work because you want to go get a pizza. You laying in the bed and you trying your best to stop thinking about what you got in the refrigerator. You want to go get that Talenti ice cream. It's some dark chocolate ice cream or something like that in there. And you can't stop thinking about that. So you get out of bed and go get it. You on a fast and you supposed to be seeking the most high. You supposed to be praying and writing stuff down and journaling, but you can't wait until this new thing you about to cook as soon as you come off the fast. And you already got the stuff prepped on the counter. You ain't even thinking about the fast. It robs you of your focus. And that's one way. The other way that it robs you of your focus is because when you have food in your gut, it's difficult for you to focus, especially when you have imbalances. You've been eating too much. Your gut bacteria is off. Your flora is off. And for this reason, you're unable to focus because you are chemically imbalanced. It's things going on in you that's not supposed to be going on. You all over the place. It will rob you of your focus. You cannot focus when you are not eating a diet that is beneficial to the body because you have started a war in your body. There's chaos in your gut. And when there's chaos in your gut, you're going to have chaos on the outside of you. Chaos on the inside means chaos on the outside. It's coming from you. It is not the people in your life. It's not your family. It's not your spouse. It's not the workers. It ain't nobody in the community. It ain't the president. It's you. The chaos is inside of you. And once you calm the chaos and you create order and you demand order in your body and you come into alignment with the things of Yahuah, you will begin to see peace on the inside and on the outside. It's you. Gluttony keeps you in poverty. Now, remember the title is how it keeps you in lack. And lack is can be in different things, not just in money or provision. Lack is also in your joy, your peace, your fulfillment, your contentment. Now, gluttony will keep you in poverty because the mindset that's connected to it is a mindset of lack. And if you operate in a mindset of lack when it comes to your food, that same mindset is going to grow and is going to branch out to other areas of your life. And one of those things is with your provision. Because you feel like you don't have enough food, you're also going to start thinking like you just don't have enough anything. You don't have enough money, you don't have enough wealth, you don't have enough provision. And that's what's going to keep you in that mindset because you're saying and telling yourself that you do not have enough. Um, Number 6, gluttony blocks blessings. Okay, this one about to get deep. Okay, this a download that I got from Yah. So your system is full of food all the time. You eat too much food. You're eating more food than your body could ever possibly break down and eliminate in a timely manner. So your body just stores the waste and it just builds up in your body and you just hold on to it. Your system is overwhelmed with waste. Your blood is dirty. Let me tell you the download I got from the Most High. Your your blood is dirty. You got waste backed up. You got pathogens in your blood, parasites in your blood. Okay, when I say parasites, I'm not just talking about worms because there are some parasites there that are microscopic. You got all types of stuff in your blood that's not supposed to be there. You got too much sugar in your blood because you eat way too much sugar. You got because you eat sugar. Period. You got too much sugar in your blood. It's stuff in your blood that's not supposed to be there. What did Scripture say about the blood? What did Yahuah say about blood? He said the life of the body is in the blood. The life of the body is in the blood. So the life of your body is in your blood, and your blood is that clean. If it's not clean, what that mean? Doesn't that mean that your life is not going to be clean? If your blood is dirty, doesn't that mean it's going to manifest outwardly in your experience? That you're going to have chaos out there? There's going to be things in your life that shouldn't be there. It's going to be pathogens in your blood. So now you're going to manifest outside of you. It's going to be things in your life that don't belong, people in your life that don't belong. See what I'm saying? The spirit of gluttony is blocking your blessing because stuff ain't flowing right in your body. And it's just a representation of what's actually happening in the spirit. So deliverance, deliverance is a very important thing. It's another download that I got. We want to be delivered from things. We're praying and asking Yahuah to remove things from our lives, right? And he's doing it. He's doing it. He's already done it. The moment you ask, he did it, right? He did it, right? Why do you still see it in your life? Why is it still outwardly manifested in your life? If you say, I've been delivered from this, Yahuah, then why is it still in my life? Oh, this is why it's still in your life, because that waste is still in your body. Because you still got waste in your body. There are things that you need to release. There are dead cells that you need to release. Those dead cells came from another mindset that you had, the mindset that you repented of, the thing that you no longer do. You once lived filthy, and now you don't live filthy anymore. You trying to figure out, why am I still experiencing this? I done cleaned up my life. I repented. I serve you. I'm living holy and righteous. Why am I still experiencing these negative things in my life? Because you still got the same cells in you. We release cells all the time. We shed dead cells, but we have to actually release them from our system. And that's not happening because we got too much waste in our system, because we eat too doggone much, and our body could never keep up with how much food that we're trying to break down. It could never keep up. Some of your deliverance is still in your gut. It's still waiting to be released. You need a detox. Dead cells being removed, and also new cells. When you don't eat, when you fast, guess what? That gives your body an opportunity to create new cells. So you're trying to manifest a new thing in your life. You tell, yeah, I want you to do a new thing in my life. I want joy. I want peace. I want abundance. I want a life of order. I want to do something new. I want to feel good. I want to feel fulfilled. And guess what? He like, I'm trying to do it. He's trying to generate these new cells, but you keep on eating. You won't stop eating. You won't stop eating. And because you won't stop eating, guess what? Your body can't even reproduce. Your body cannot produce the new cells in the natural that have already been produced in the spirit. So Yahuah has already released newness to you. He's already released it to you in the spirit, but it can't manifest in your body because you won't stop eating. It can't manifest in your body because you keep stuff in your face, because you got up in the middle of the night and you rolled over and you ate the peanut M&Ms that was on your nightstand. You had to get up and go to the refrigerator and get you a Mountain Dew in the middle of the night because you was thirsty, instead of just getting a little bit of spring water. And if you was drinking during the day anyway, you wouldn't be thirsty in the middle of the night. I digress. It's blocking blessings because we got too much waste in our system. It's blocking deliverance because we can't eliminate the old. It's blocking the newness because you want to allow your body to make more cells and regenerate and heal, right? So we slow down on the eating, eat a little bit less, eat a lot of bit less, okay? Our bodies will begin to release things. It'll be like, dang, oh shoot, we got a break. We getting a break. Finally, we can get this thing done over here. Okay. It's kind of like being working in a factory. In the factory, the production is absolutely out of control. It's so much going on. You like, we don't see how we're gonna ever get this done. We're understaffed. It's too much stuff that needs to be done. It's been going on for so long. And then finally, you know, things slow down a little bit. And you're like, okay, that slowed down. Maybe we can go over here and fix this thing. Maybe we can clean some stuff up. Maybe we can fix that machine over there because we got a little break on the line. Get a line of break. All right. Like, can we do a system shutdown? Can we do a factory shutdown for a minute? Let's see. Ooh. Oh, here's the last thing. This one heavy. This one's heavy. You thought the other stuff was heavy. Listen to this one. Listen to this one. Gluttony draws a rift between you and Yah. Gluttony puts division between you and your creator. It keeps him at a distance. It'd be like, stay over. We don't want to get too close. You know what I'm saying? I like the intimacy, but we don't want to do too much. Gluttony keeps Yahuah at a distance. Here's why. Number one, idolatry. You in idolatry. You think he pleased? If you want to make the Most High mad, all right, get in the Old Testament. Get in the Old Testament. You want to read a scary story? Read about what he do to people in idolatry. Read about that. Yahuah does not like idolatry. He knows you don't understand this. He knows that y'all, you know what I'm saying? He knows that we didn't really know that eating too much was idolatry. He knows that we didn't know we were in idolatry because we've been duped, we've been tricked, we've been deceived. Okay? There's grace. But he does not like idolatry. We are replacing his presence with food. We're using food to soothe our emotions. We're using food to give us fulfillment. We're using food to do everything that his presence is supposed to do to us. Instead of going to him and coming and laying down our burdens with him, we go lay down our burdens at the takeout counter. And instead of doing being obedient and doing what he would have us to do and worshiping him so that we will feel fulfilled, the greatest fulfillment you're gonna ever feel is through worship. And that worship, it could come from the fruit of your lips, or it can come through your hand. That's the greatest fulfillment that you're ever gonna feel. And because we're not doing that, then we eat food so that we will feel that fulfillment, but it's only temporary, and you go do it again in 2 more hours. The second reason why it draws a rift between us and Yahuah, because it makes it difficult to hear him. You hear Yahuah through your gut. If you have too much food in your gut, then you're not going to be able to hear him. You're not going to be able to get clarity on what's being said. You ever be like, that's where we get the term gut feeling from. Sometimes if you just feel something in your gut, you might just have a knowing. You just have a knowing that comes from the belly. That's Yahuah talking to you. That's his spirit convicting you. So if you are always digested, you're always eating food, you got too much food in your gut all the time, all this backed up waste, you're not going to really be able to hear it correctly. He's going to say something, you could be like, I don't know if that was him. Your stomach going to grumble because it's a parasite, and you're going to think it was him. You see what I'm saying? You think it's a move of Yahuah and it was a worm. This is why we need to clear. This is why we need to clean our guts out, and we need to eat less food. Number 3, you have an unclean temple. Your temple is unclean. So, yeah, you gotta think about it. You are the temple of the Most High, yeah, right? You are the temple, right? So if you're the temple, why it ain't clean? Go into the Old Testament and read about Solomon's temple, and read about how specific Yahuah was, his instructions to how he wanted the temple to be built and kept. He was very serious about it. Do you think he wanted it messy? No, he did not want it messy. So if he don't want that messy, then he don't want you messy. So we need to clean our temples up. Stop eating so much. Stop eating stuff you know you shouldn't be eating. Stop eating around the clock. Fast and pray. Detox. Okay, that's all I had to say, because I got a lot of stuff to do. I got to rip and run. All praises to the Most High. I am Katila Usuri. I'm a distributor of wisdom from Yahuah. I speak it, I write it, and I model it. Y'all have a good night.